Caruga! Qapla!
I'm going to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail Caruga. Oh, that's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember the 50 waitresses have a mighty fine night.
You come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. Here to make war, we surrender. Falsehood, important things are giving you peace.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. And the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a piecework planet. From now on, it's going to be under one roof. You're going to run it like a business. That means you're going to make a profit.
Look at these three we're equipping larger than the rest, with a special pride never written before or since. Tall words proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Esri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to MomOPrey 5 channel. Hail Caruga.
Hello world, it's MomOPrey 5, Qapla, and welcome to BedLife for Monday, November 1st, 2021. Yes, it is already November. Wow, that's really starts to feel like the end of the year, even though it's still fashionably warm here in New York, thankfully. I think we're in the 50s, even 60s today. Windows open, beautiful day. I am so much on board with this so-called global warming. The best thing to happen to this planet. Sure, a couple of extra hurricanes a year, but what? A few hurricanes never killed. No, wait. Well, it's still really nice out. We should enjoy the silver lining. Welcome, not Ryan Johnson, who was first in the chat. Hello in Qapla. Hail Caruga. And yes, hail Family Caregivers. November is Family Caregiver Month. That's actually a ton of things. But Family Caregiver Month, that is exactly what MomOPrey does. There's right down MomOPrey's lane. So this is basically MomOPrey month. Even though it's technically my birthday month, and MomOPrey's birthday is next month. November is MomOPrey month here in Caruga. John Araki is number 2 in the chat. Words and Pictures says good evening, Mr. O'Prey. Actually, just says evening, Mr. O'Prey. Evening, Words and Pictures. John Araki says, so we should be condemning family caretakers. No, not condemning. We're supposed to be remembering, blessing, and thanking family caregivers. And John Araki says, caregiver greater than caretaker. I suppose that's true. Darth Maul says, I hope he gets to Dear Bop from last week. Actually, Darth, we finished all the Dear Bops from last week on Friday. And at the beginning of today's stream, as of 10 minutes ago, there were no Dear Bops. No new Dear Bops. So I will check when we get through the comments if there's any new Dear Bops. But there's nothing left in the queue except a hippopotamus song for Yosef. But since I don't have the camera on today, I don't think I will be singing it today. So probably this Friday, I'll have on my hippopotamus t-shirt and I'll sing the hippopotamus song. And everybody will have a wonderful Hippopotamus Friday. For all we know, Friday is National Hippopotamus Day. There's got to be a day. There's so many other days. We'll figure it out. And John Araki says, hashtag recognize Dear Bop. We can have Dear Bop Awareness Day every Friday. Every first Friday of the month. And John Araki puts in $8 super chat. Thank you, John Araki. And since you weren't here at the time, let me
Just fix that
go ahead and play it. And nope, it was not Kissing Dax. Thank you. Anyway, nonetheless, for the early super chat. It's going to play again. No, early super chat does not get the Dax, not this time. And John Araki says hashtag free Chappelle, hashtag poopy pants Brandon. Richie Poole says hello world, Qapla, Qapla. Richie, and yes, if I'm keeping the voice down a bit, it is because nephew MomOPrey is napping and sis MomOPrey is trying to. Yeah, that's where we are. It's a quiet afternoon here. Dan Ben says family caregivers, yes. Those who treat, who take care of family members and loved ones with physical needs.
Live long and prosper.
Such as myself. MomOPrey is a caregiver to me. And Addie in Stereo donated $5 through Super Chat, throwing out those big mega bucks. Says, happy Down with Family Caregivers Month. You know what? For $5, they'll say whatever you want to have about caregivers. Down with, up with, whatever. Well, I'll say it. Thank you for the $5, Addie in Stereo. Super Blubberpuss says, hello guys. Hello, BertoPrey 5. Qapla Super Blubberpuss. Question of track says, bonjour. Bonjour, question of track, aka Conti, who robbed people yesterday of points on a question of track, and then I robbed people too with my trick question, and I felt terrible. But I thought of it, and I knew I was going to use it, and then it turned out to be an entire show about the mirror universe. So it was a mirror universe question. So I knew it was either use it yesterday or forget I ever thought up the question and never actually get a chance to use it. I stand by it, though. I would have picked up on it. My question was in the DS9 episode Through the Looking Glass, how many times does main universe Captain Sisko sleep with mirror universe Esri Dax per dialogue? And the answer is, of course, 0. 0 times, because there was no Captain Sisko. It was Commander Sisko. He doesn't become captain for 9 more episodes until later in season 3. Through the Looking Glass is a mid-season episode. He becomes captain at the end of season 3. I know. Ain't I a stinker? 47 Yorktown says hashtag, I ate too much candy. My God, man, you have to know to space out your candy. I learned this at a young age in Iowa, where I, a young Captain Kirk, was trick-or-treating as a Vulcan who I had yet to meet, but who I was already calling Spock. And we would go to other farmhouses in Iowa, and I would knock on the door, and I would say, decided to freeze up and die, just like it did last week. Son of a bitch. I don't even know where you heard me stop. What was the last thing you heard? And okay, we're back. We're back. Sorry about that. You missed some of the best Bill Shatner impressions you were ever going to hear. I guess it was just too much Shatner for YouTube to handle. Oh well. Lost to time. Well, if you were closer, Addie, you could have knocked on the door and say, never got to hear what he, I would knock on the door and I would say, trick or treat. And they would give me lots and lots of candy. And I had to learn to slowly eat the candy, else I'd get a tummy ache. For I did not know my good friend and Dr. Bones McCoy yet. And every time I went to the doctor I had, they would stick me with a most painful hypo spray. And until I finally asked, Doc, what is in that goddamn hypo spray? And the doctor looked at me and said, hypo spray? I've been injecting you with drain cleaner all this time. That was the day I swore I would never go back to a Klingon doctor. Klingon bastards gave me drain cleaner. Anyway, sorry about that. I swear I purposely closed the software, reopened the software in hopes that it wouldn't freeze. Because last time it froze last week, it'd been running for like 4 days straight. So today it'd been running for 15 minutes and it froze. There is an update I've got to download, I think. That'll probably do it. But OBS Studio, something's going amiss with OBS Studio. Richie Poole says, I've been watching Battle Beyond the Stars, free on YouTube. Oh my God. James Horner's score is thinly veiled cross between Star Trek The Motion Picture and The Wrath of Khan. Yitza Lemon says, Sherry baby, Sherry. That's a song, right? Richie Poole wants Fear Bop. Richie Poole, all Halloween stuff is over. It's time to throw away all Halloween decorations, smash all jack-o'-lanterns, and otherwise do away with all things pumpkin. Executive producer Saul Leibowitz says, Qapla, bird of prey. Will this be the episode where you celebrate yourself being the Karogan regent for Prince Charlie I? Hail Karoga, hail Karoga, executive producer Saul Leibowitz says, rest in peace, all Shatner impressions on his 5-month anniversary of Karoga membership. Thank you for being a Karogan orphan. Resolute Sherm. Rip all Shatner impressions. I assume you mean all other Shatner impressions, as I am just the top Shatner impersonator. Clearly, that's what you meant. Where are we? Words and Pictures says, I'm interested to find out how your measuring for a wheelchair went. Sorry if you already covered it before. Yeah. So pushed back till next week. And, well, this week now that it's Monday, I guess I need to contact the guy. Yeah, with unfortunately, things got too chaotic here. I wasn't quite me, also feeling sick. I just on Tuesday he was supposed to come. It was raining too hard, and he had flooding at his house. So he said, "Can we do it Friday?" I said, "Sure." But then by the time Friday came, things were not doing well for me. So I said, "Can we do it next week?" He said, "Sure." So it's Monday now. I need to call or email him this afternoon, I guess, and we'll set up another day this week. It's just the way it happens, unfortunately. But I will update you as soon as it happens. It shouldn't take him very long. Executive producer Saul Leibowitz says we should have daily briefing on how late BedLife will be to his own live stream. I wasn't really late today. John DeMarco says, greetings, everyone. And Dr. Mall admits he's early. Yes, I actually went live. Professor Brainy Speck says, sleepy time for BedLife 5. I wish. But no, it's sleepy time for Nephew O'Prey. Mike Richards says, greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Greetings, Mike Richards. Addie in stereo is claiming first. Sure, Addie. The Random Menace says, for the next week, all streams start an hour earlier for me. So greetings from a less distant future. Greetings, Random Menace. And yes, you have to wait another week until our daylight saving catches up with Europe's daylight saving. Dave G. Sound says first again. Addie says he identifies as first and to please respect his identity. And Addie says, I've never seen Joe's intro before. I get the feeling the show won't live up to the hype. Wow. Professor Brandy Speck says, Addie, I declare on the BedLife 5 channel, I am the absolute mostest first ever. Addie says, Joe's birthday is in a few weeks. Indeed, actually, less than 2. Less than 2. The Random Menace says, we, the people, sounds kinky. Professor Brainy Specs' BedLife is drunk. Yitza says, thought it was dope. No, it's not that. Addie says, I thought it was no shave November. It's not that either. Darth Maul says, BedLife, no. Global warming is the best thing to happen in the world. Since Kurdistan rose to counter influence and the power of Karoga. Hail Kurdistan. Wow, Darth Maul. Doesn't know how to pick the winning side. Son of a red shirt, Qapla, son of a red shirt. Says Berta Prey and everybody else. Qapla. E plebnista and cheers. Have a great show. And November, bless the caregivers. Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you, son of a red shirt. Sherry says hello to everyone. Qapla Sherry. Dave G Sound says hi to Sherry. Or says hello back. Darth Maul says Bird of Prey. You said there was like 15 letters. Did you delete them and not answer? Basically telling people to F off and die. No, I answered them on Friday. There were quite a few on Monday that I left. But then I answered them all on Friday. And by the time we were done on Friday, there were no new ones left. And when I checked today, the only one in the inbox is the hippopotamus song request that I already did, but I got requested to do a second time, and which I said I will do a second time. So I've kept it in the inbox. There's no other email that's made it in. Number one sci-fi says, I believe Bird of Prey 5 is it. I don't think I am. Yeah, I'm sorry, the stream did go down. That was not my fault. Addie in stereo says, Joe's stream is down. Guess I'll cancel the $500 super chat. No, you can still send it. Surprisingly, it will work. I will get it. You can also use that PayPal link in the bottom right corner and scan it with your cell phone and send money that way. That'll go around YouTube. For any donation, $2 or above, it makes more sense to send it direct by PayPal. Just a heads up. Addie says Joe's stream is down. No, I just read that. Resolute says his Kirk is so bad it killed the stream. Sarah says you're back. I would say, yeah. So even though I was back, it's still cut off the first couple sentences. So I should wait till I hear my voice before I continue. If it happens again. Words and pictures, Iowa calling him Spot. Dodgeball says too much chat clog the stream. Professor Brainy Specs says too much ad inflation. Too much imitation. Too much bad imitation. Killed the stream. I can't deny it. Professor Brainy Specs says things that got too chaotica. Things that got to Dr. Chaotica. Was he a doctor? I don't remember. Professor Brainy Specs says, did the chat die? Hello. Hello, says Yitza. It's me you're looking for. Professor says, only one I'm looking for is Yitza Lemons, and you're the wrong gender. Wow. Yitza is such a bigot to Professor Brainy Specs. And Professor Brainy Specs says, sue me. Yep, that's Texas, all right. I'm sorry. We jumped and we're right towards the end. Professor Brainy Specs tells Jitsa to sue him. Professor Brainy Specs says, Friday. Will BertoPrey finally tell us his mostest darkest secret of all time ever? My mostest darkest secret of all time ever. I've probably already told you about it several times. Yeah, I really can't think of anything more to tell you guys about awful things. If I had more, I would have told you about them. But the truth is, I'm just not that awful a person. I ever did such awful thing. Sorry. I know it's a letdown. Yeah, Super Blubberpuss, of course. Of course I'm happy with you here. You don't bug me. None of you bug me. The whole point of the chat is to chat. I'm sorry if I made you feel anything but comfortable, then that was my fault. No, you, Super Blubberpuss, and anyone else who's listening to this, who's a channel regular, of course I want you guys to joke with me in the chat. It's all in good fun here. I don't hold any of you guys to anything you say here, and I hope you feel the same way about me. I mean, now sometimes I'll make a news blog or something and I'll have an opinion that I know is less than popular, but that's just the way things go. That's nothing you did. The chat is way too quiet. It's okay, Professor. I don't want to yell at anybody or raise my voice because Nephew O'Prey is sleeping. Mike Richards says greetings to Professor Brainy Specs. Professor Brainy Specs says greetings to Mike, and he's wondering why the chat's so quiet. The Random Menace is gender-based discrimination. Love is love. Professor Brainy Specs says to wake up, chat. V-Star's in the house. And says Qapla, BertoPrey 5, Qapla, V-Star. Good to see you here. Mike Richards says the big secret is that Salty Trekker is moving in next door to Bird. Jesus Christ. I don't think he is. I would laugh my ass off, though, if he did. But that's not going to happen. Unfortunately, if he's having problems affording his house, he'd be destitute to come live here. It's an inconvenient truth about the cost of living in New York City. I feel like I'm talking so low, I'm putting people to sleep. MomOPrey is trying to fall asleep. So there was this interesting news story that went on that I ended up having to argue with people on nextdoor.com, and I'll explain it in a second. Professor Brainy Specs says greetings to V-Star, and Professor says everybody wants him gone. Everyone. That's not true, Professor. V-Star says hey to Random Menace and Super Blubberpuss and Yetza. Professor Brainy Specs says 21 watching, and most are not saying anything. And that's their right. Professor, they need not speak if they've got nothing to say. Super Lover says, Bird of Prey, I didn't think you offended me. I'm just unsubbing from channels that aren't interactive anymore. I love your channel. I subbed to you before other channels. Oh, awesome, Super Lover, but I'm glad you still enjoy the channel. Darth Maul says, you and Salty should be streaming mates. Thelma and Louise style, side by side. I think we'd kill each other. That's the problem. Professor Brainy Specs says, Darth Maul, that would be interesting. Mike Richards says, and Lori Loaded is moving in on the other side. Darth Maul says, Bird of Prey, have you seen the Book of Boba Fett trailer? I have not. I will have to take a look. I didn't know it was out. Darth Maul says, the Morbius trailer. Captain Track says, hello. Hello, Captain. Professor Brainy Specs says, welcome, Captain Trek. And V-Star is saying hey to Mike Richards and Captain Trek. So, okay. So locally in the Queens area, somebody had their car stolen. Now this person loved their car. And as a person who loved their Jeep, you know, like a man loves his car or his Jeep, I understood exactly what it meant to this guy who called the police and said his red Ford Mustang was missing. And they probably laughed at him. And he's like, well, what are you going to do? You're going to look for it? Should I bring it down to the station for clues? And the guy's probably like, yeah. Bring it down here for clues. And then probably went through the car with a fine tip comb, trying to find something to arrest the guy who brought his car down there for. But anyway, they did find the car, but only because this person decided to say in their police report that the car was stolen and it was a 7-year-old nonverbal child in the car. So once they said that, half of New York City got Amber Alerted that this car was missing and that this girl was missing. And if you see this car with this license plate, call it in. And so it only took a few hours, but they had a lead. They went to this place. Sure enough, it was this crazy guy. And being there was no hostage, there was no 7-year-old girl taken, some newspapers, rather than updating the story or deleting the original story, just confirmed that she was marked safe as of yesterday, and that was it. No punishment, no go see your parents, no nothing. So on nextdoor.com, which is like a very local Facebook.com, it's meant for your neighborhood and your neighbors' neighborhoods, and that's it. You're not, like, I can't join the group that's run out of, say, Massachusetts because I don't live in Massachusetts. I can only be a member of the New York City group, or more particular, Bayside Queens group, which I helped found. 35th Avenue down to 203rd. No, down to Francis Lewis. Doesn't matter. The point is, I know I know where I am. I know the neighborhood. And that's it. So um so next door, people were writing about, oh, yesterday it got marked that this kid uh did I tell the story? Yeah. So the car was stolen, and so this guy said that there was this kid kidnapped and stolen with the car. Anyway, so everybody, half New York City got Amber Alerts saying, hey, be on the lookout for this red Ford Mustang plate number, ABC 123, whatever. And like 500 people were on the lookout, and somebody saw something, and there was a struggle, and they were like, please, sir, please. And he was, of course, jumping from floor to floor or something, whatever. I don't know. That was what we were told the first time. It turns out it was all fake. Yes, the car was stolen, but there was nobody kidnapped. Okay? What happened was the guy really missed his red Ford Mustang. And like I said, as a Jeep person, I know what it can be to be missing your Jeep or your car. You love it. But this guy's car was stolen, and he had the idea, hey, to actually get it back, I'm going to say that there was a very specific 7-year-old non-responsive girl in the car. And that so once that happened, once the car was stolen with a kid still in it, then it like went out on the Amber Alert system. It went out as a special report. Half of New York City last night was looking for this one car with the specific license plate and the guy dressed like this thing. And sure enough, it only took a few hours. Somebody turned him in, and that was it. And they arrested that guy. But then when they're like, so where's the kid? And then when they finally believed him, like, I don't know what you're talking about. They're like, yeah, there never was a kid. So they went and they arrested the guy who made the police report to begin with. So now both the guy who stole the guy's car and the guys whose car it is are both in jail. And so the story, though, from yesterday said that instead of saying situation resolved or whatever, the editors of whatever newspaper from yesterday went ahead and said that child rescued and owner jailed. Whereas you read the story, it says that there was actually no child in this, and that there was no child involved at all. So they were like, but so I wrote in it and I said, before you keep going with your story, I was like, I understand we got an update on the story this morning, and it says that nobody died up here, but nobody died. No kid was kidnapped, and they weren't killed. Nobody was hurt. There was no kidnapping. And they were like, what do you mean? Read the story. It's right there. I was like, yes, sir, I told you. I read the story, and that's why the phrase I started out today, I said, new evidence says that there was no one aboard. There was no one in the car. It was just the guy just got arrested for making a false report. I said, and honestly, not that I agree with making false reports, but at least he'll get his car back now. I mean, I wonder what a false report is actually worth. If it was $500 or $1,000 fine, I might just pay it in order to get my car back. If it was like $200, I'd absolutely pay it. But if it's, could be as, depending on what happens to the officers involved, like God forbid they fall in the ditch and die, do I get blamed for their death? So in any case, I figured better not to have them attack each other. Although it would be interesting to see robots fighting in space. They could transmit that on like pay-per-view and fund their rocket program for 100 years. Does that count as ASMR? Captain Track says, please stream with Salty. Would be good to see you take him out. Maybe one day. I mean, we've streamed before. It's not impossible. We've streamed together before. We'll have to figure out a day. Professor Brainy Speck says, everyone wants me gone. Who wants you gone, Professor? Everyone. V-Star says, hey to Random Menace. Hey to Super Blubberpuss. And hey to Yipsa. Professor Brainy Speck says, 21 watching. And most are not saying anything. I read that. That's an old message. No, I have not yet seen the Book of Boba Fett trailer. Captain Track says, hello. I read that. Yeah, please stream with Anti-Track. With Salty. Question of Tracks is Bird Roast Salty on a question of track. Oh, I totally do that, Professor. I totally win too. V-Star says, oh my, not a child. Thank God they found it. But that's the thing. There was never a kid. So that was the whole point. So people were like, what are you talking about? They're like, just read the article. It says they found the kid. It means that there was an article. There was a kid. I said, no, it doesn't. I said, it means that they told you that there was a kid and they were wrong. And they're like, no, I don't understand though. They're like, it says right there the kid was found. I was like, I know it says that at midnight. Okay, but by 8 a.m. this morning, they'd realized there was no kid. There was never a kidnapped kid. It was just a stolen car. Like, but the news would, yes, the news got the story wrong. How are you so surprised? I thought about it. I was like, I don't think the news has ever gotten any big news right in my entire life. Like, I can't remember the last time the news was 100% correct. I can't. It's lost. It's gone. Darth Maul says, imagine if they said the child was unvaxxed. Would have been less than an hour before they found. Yes, well, at that case, when they found the car, they would have obviously had to quarantine the car, erect a mega fund facility around the child, and just put it in like a booster seat or whatever a baby goes into to get to the hospital and get it out of there. It's all no bigger than like a spatula for a barbecue. That's it. All done. Professor Brainy Specs says, am I in a time loop? Groundhog Minute. It might have been. Professor Brainy Specs says, it's a fake. Yitzis is time loop. Mike Richards is ABC. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Super Blubber Post says, Professor Brainy Specs, I tried to ask about MomOPrey on a question to track yesterday, but couldn't get a response. What was the question? And Professor Brainy Specs apologizes for something, in case I guess it was his fault. No big deal. Professor Brainy Specs says no child left behind. Sure, Professor. Yitzis is probably slacking off, as usual, to Jeff. Mike Richards is hashtag ditches are dangerous. And I did make it now past episode 8 in Squid Games. I believe I got 2 more episodes left, 9 and 10. Professor Brainy Specs is kept in track. He was being sarcastic. Random Menace is Bird of Prey. Could you tell the story for the 3rd time? Did I really tell it 3 times? Two I could tell it a 3rd time from the 3rd dimension. So up here, out of view, rocket flies under the clock face. Epic spin mode. Water gets in. Have to clean it. And it's all good. We're safe. I know sarcasm doesn't work in chat. I know what the problem is. I haven't been given my dose of sugar. Captain Trax, the Super Blubber Post, put your GoFundMe here. Super Blubber Post says the question isn't important. Thanks. What, I don't know. What's the question? What's the GoFundMe for? You can put it in if you have one. Okay. So let's go check on the web browser. So November, like I said, in all legit, is indeed National Family Caregivers Month. Anyway, National Family Caregivers Month in November recognizes the dedication of family members who provide round-the-clock care to loved ones. When medical conditions demand attention, families step into roles they are often unprepared to accept. They become caregivers instead of partners or friends. Sometimes this change occurs in an instant. The month sheds light into their demanding days, but also identifies their needs. From morning to night, a caregiver balances the needs of the patient and their family. They can also see to financial matters and household necessities. Caregivers rarely have time for themselves. They always another thing to be done. However, a caregiver requires rest too. And how do you observe this month? During November, consider providing a respite for someone you know who provides care for a loved one. Offer to spend time with them or learn to help out. Ask what you can do to make a difference. Visit npaonline.org for more information and use hashtag Family Caregivers Month to post on social media. In 1997, President Clinton proclaimed November to be National Family Caregivers Month for the first time. So, yep, it's an official holiday month as proclaimed by President I kept the blue dress Clinton. Other things about November, it's also Adopt a Senior Pet Month. So it was good timing. Auntie got readopted. Aviation History Month. That's a biggie. That's a good month. Banana Pudding Lovers Month, which is just disgusting. It's disgusting they have a month dedicated to banana pudding loving, and more disgusting that it shares the month with my birthday. Diabetic Eye Disease Month, because that's fun. Epilepsy Awareness Month. Every month should be Epilepsy Awareness Month. Family Stories Month, which is as fun as you can imagine. If you click on the link, it says, yeah, people often tell stories to their families because it's, the holidays. So, get over it. Gluten-free Diet Awareness Month. In case you weren't aware of the gluten-free diet, you were like the one person who isn't. Historic Bridge Awareness Month. I don't even know who would claim to celebrate that month. Lung Cancer Awareness Month. Not a day you want to celebrate. Movember. I was a little curious what Movember meant. Apparently, it's just dedicated to dudes. I thought it had something to do with a mustache. Nope. Movember is dedicated to making a difference in the lives of all the men in your life. Yeah. These are our dads, brothers, uncles, and husbands, and friends we're talking about. Yep. Movember. I think they could have probably did some better marketing, but okay. So Movember. MAD's the one for safety holiday campaign. Again, these people dumber than the Irish or the Polish, whoever chose last month, halfway from October through halfway through November to be their month. These people chose 6 weeks. 6 weeks to be their month. Mad to one on all for safety holiday campaign. Military Family Month. National Adoption Month. Remember, guys, the orphanage is always open at Caroga. Let's make a deal. National Alzheimer's Disease Month. National Cancer Development Month. National COPD Month. National Diabetes Month. Wow. And Family Caregivers Month. A lot of stuff for November. National Diabetes Month. National Family Caregivers Month. National Diabetes Month. Those are very similar. Family Caregivers Month. Fun with Fondue Month. Gratitude Month. Home Care and Hospice Month. Impotency Month. Impotency Month? Inspirational Role Model Month. And Writing Room Month. Oh, National Life Writing Month. What is intimacy month? Yep, impotency. Exactly what I thought it would be. Right, yeah, reduce stress. That's what they're going to say. A whole month on reducing stress for dudes. My. But it's also a particular day. And we've got National Cook for Your Pets Day, Color the World Orange Day, National Authors Day, Job Action Day, National Biological Coordinators Day, because let me tell you, if there's one thankless job on this planet, it's being a biologic coordinator. National Brush Day, National Calzone Day, National Cinnamon Day, National Deep Fried Clams Day, National Family Literacy Day, National Vinegar Day, and Autistic Speaking Day. This is quite the listing of days. So that's where we are with our list of days. And I see we now do have 10 Dear Bops. So we'll get to it shortly. Darth Maul says, MomOPrey. P.S. Where Were those really women painted up in animal print episodes? P.S. Were those really women painted up in animal print episodes 7 and 8? Stupid Blubberpuss doesn't know what Captain Track is talking about. Oh, Darth Maul's at episode 9 of Squid Games. The concept isn't anything new for the show, but it's amazing what great writing can do to tell a story and develop characters in it. Professor Brainy Specs is Bird of Prey. Maybe you should discuss aviation history on History with R&R. I'm not an expert on aviation history, though. I did play, I forget if it was Wilbur or Orville Wright in my 4th grade play, though. I think it was Orville. My entire line in the play was to throw a paper airplane and yell, "It worked! It worked! Let's celebrate." That was the only line I had in my 4th grade play. And I asked my teacher, I was like, why did I not get more lines? Like my brother, like if I was Orville, then Wilbur, or Wilbur and I was Orville, whichever one. One of us had a lot more lines than the other. And she's like, "Oh, you don't speak a lot in class. I didn't think you wanted many lines." Well, she didn't even think to ask if I wanted more lines. I actually would have been happy. I had no problem acting in front of people. Yeah, I didn't speak in class a lot because there was no point to speaking. You know, it was like you only spoke when you had something worth saying. I would have loved to have more lines in a play, but she just took it upon herself to. I mean, we didn't have any tryouts. We didn't have any things. It was, she just thought she was doing me a favor by giving me the fewest amount of lines in the play. I mean, it's a shame because otherwise, she really was a great teacher. Be right back after this commercial break.
おはようバーディー。おはようドナルド。マクドナルドに朝ごはん食べに行こう。わあ、スクランブルエッグマフィン、ハッシュポテト、あ、ホットケーキ、わあ。あれ、大変だ。ここかな、こっちか。よし、ここだ。あれ？もう。おいしい笑顔、マクドナルド。みんなもおいでよ。
One day at a time, the craziest cast of characters in some of their zaniest adventures ever. Now come to you in the morning at a brand new time. Anything goes, and it usually does. So be sure to watch us, because it all happens one day at a time. Now at 10 Eastern, 9 Central and Pacific.
Jordache has the fit that's right. The Jordache look. The Jordache look.
You're cool, you're crisp, you're hard to resist, you're bright.
Ooh, refreshingly light.
Ooh, you're Canada dry. You're a singular style, you're a reason to smile. You're clever, you're neat, you're never too sweet.
Ooh, you're Canada dry.
You tickle, you're making me laugh. Oh,
Ooh, you're
Canada dry. Ooh, you're Canada dry.
This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
It's yours?
No, I
Your mother said she found it in your closet.
I don't know. One of the guys must have...
Must have what?
Look, Dad, it's
Where
not...
did you get it?
Dad,
Answer me. Who taught you how to do this stuff?
You, all right? I learned it by watching you.
Parents who use drugs have children who use drugs.
Get that do it up feeling. Do it up.
Two great names in jeans do it up in style. With an exciting fall collection of denim and corduroy jeans in a rainbow of colors, Gloria Vanderbilt by Mershani and The Gap bring you the fit that stops traffic wherever you go.
Fall into the Gap.
Have a Gloria Vanderbilt fit at The Gap.
At The Gap. Okay. Sorry about that, people. I've hit my second wind, as they say. National Island Visit Day, National Creative Way to Use Sugar Month. I don't know what days or month those are. Professor says Alexa, activate self-destruct. No. Yitza Lemon says Saul Goodman. Did they finish the filming after his heart attack? Did they finish filming? I think so. Darth Maul says Bird of Prey P.S. Were those really women painted up in animal prints? Episodes 7 and 8 of Squid Games, I assume you mean. Were those really women painted up in animal prints? I don't know what we're talking about. The VIPs weren't women. The VIPs were men. I don't want to go into spoilers, but they weren't painted. There was nobody painted. So I don't know what we're talking about. Aviation history. Yeah, I'm not an aviation history buff other than that. Yeah, other than that part I played in my 4th grade play. Moxley fan 21 says Bird of Prey Qapla bird. Hope you and the family are doing well today. Did I miss Dear Bop? You did not. The Random Menace says hashtag banana pudding for bird. Wow, did somebody start at the beginning and is way behind? Professor Brainy Specs says Global Thermonuclear War Month. That's not a bad month. Professor says, well, Dear Bop is coming up. Gluten Tag every day, says Yitza. The Random Menace says Historic Bridge Month is celebrated by jumpers. Executive producer Saul Liebert says, I would ask when is Kissing Dax month, but then I realized every month is Kissing Dax month. Absolutely. And you know what? Let us pay tribute to Kissing Dax month right now. Yep, Ben approves. Executive producer Saul Lieberwood says, I would ask when I just read that. Darth Maul says, adopt a Mo. Yitza says, so prostate safety month is the same time as a month where something that is healthy for the prostate is discouraged. How ironic, says Yitza. Darth Maul says, yep, old Joe Bob Biden and his November on lockdown. What? Darth Maul says, or one has Alzheimer's. Does Mo remember he has? No, wow. The Random Menace says, if there's a pro-state month, there's a anti-republic month. I think you're misunderstanding what prostate means. Darth Maul's biological coordinator. Are these birthing people and chest feeders? I don't know. Yitza Lemon says, I miss the mines when the only day it was religious name day on the calendar. Yitza Lemon says, today is the day of the Holy Yosef. And done. Mike Richards says, birds often glow in the dark. Yitza says, but now every day wants to be special 100 times over. Professor Brainy Specs says, National Let's Abolish All National Days of the Year Day. I'm down with that, and hashtag abolish daylight savings time day. Super Blubber puts his bird of prey. You're an expert on crashing. You're the master at that. Professor Brainy Specs says that's creepy. Yeah, weird. Executive producer says, I love how McDonald's ads in Japanese sound like porn. Nick Wena, yes. Professor Brainy Specs says, making assumptions. Yitza says, I'm all about that bass. Why is this voice by a leprechaun? Not Ryan Johnson says, will Bird of Prey fall into the gap? Stay tuned to find out. Professor Brainy Specs says, Cisco's creepy. No, he's not. Random Menace is kissing Dax. Now we're talking. Moxley fans of Bird of Prey. Gals kissing. Hey now. Darth Maul says, Bird of Prey, there was a nude woman cover in body paint standing behind the couches of VIPs. I think they even had a dude painted up too. Was there? Yeah, I think you're right. I'm trying to remember. To be honest, like a lot of this I listened to, but I wasn't necessarily watching, unfortunately. But it was good. It was good. There was a couple episodes where I had to listen more than I could watch. But it's definitely good. Okay, so what else? Where else? We're gonna go back to where? Oops, no. Okay.
Okay.
Tomorrow, guys, at 4 p.m., I'm planning to do a members only stream, and a little after 5 p.m., I'm planning to do a general open lines, perhaps Call of Duty stream. I continue to progress in Call of Duty, although I've yet to have another solo victory. Life goes on. No big deal. So let's see. Okay, let's head to the Dear Bops. We are now at Dear Bop, and we have 10 Dear Bops now. All of them asked within the last hour or so. So, yeah. And this, of course, will be held over again until Friday about the hippopotamus. Dear Bop. Hi, Bob. Hi. How you doing? You know my name's not Bob. Hi, Charlie. Charlie's awake. Charlie's awake. Dear Bop, let's go, Brandon. Charlie, say let's go, Brandon. No. Dear Bob, do you think Mark Zuckerberg knows anyone who is Jewish or Hebrew speaking? Facebook's new meta handle means dead in Hebrew. I'm pretty sure Mark Zuckerberg does know at least one or two Jewish people. That said, meta can mean things in other languages. I would care as much about what a word means in Hebrew as I would in Spanish or German or Chinese or Zimbabwean, and that is to say, not at all. It's an American company. The only thing he should care about is the English, and who cares? Who cares what it means in Hebrew? Not going to affect him. Dearest BedLife 5, this is the doctor. I am writing from your past. I wrote this actually from what is your perspective last week. I sent it from Friday, October 29th, 2010. Hold on a sec. No, that shouldn't have happened. Hang on, let me fix this thing by hitting with a sledgehammer there. Friday, October 29th, 2021. It might arrive because of timey-wiminess later than last Friday. Never mind that. I will explain later. In your past, or is that your future? These things are always difficult to figure out. I am writing to warn you of the flux. It is coming. There you are. I warned you. Do not worry. I will handle the flux. It won't harm you, I think. The earth is protected. Well, off you go. We'll talk again after the eventual demise of Caregiver at the hands of, oops, I shouldn't have said that. Spoilers, the doctor. Sure. I don't even know who this so-called doctor is supposed to be. Super Blubber Puss says, did you guys have fun for Halloween? And John Meyer says, all hail MomOPrey 5. P-Cat says, hey Bird, hope all is well. Hello, guys. Super Blubber Puss, we did nothing for Halloween. We never got dressed up because none of us were feeling enough energy to get dressed up. Charlie was sick. He went to the doctor, ended up going to the doctor, getting antibiotic. MomOPrey ended up catching the same cold. And we didn't get a single trick-or-treater, thankfully. Not a single trick-or-treater. In fairness, we did not dress up. We did not leave the light on. And they had the good sense to not bother us and keep on keeping on. So yeah, no trick-or-treaters here. In fact, nothing did we do special for Halloween. So draw your own conclusion. That said, it wasn't a bad day. It was a decent day as days go. Dear Bop, I need your input. I am a YouTuber with a channel that specializes in vintage video games. Let's just say the market for that art form viewership for such things has taken a nosedive, much like Biden's approval numbers. So I'm looking for alternatives like I make a living and have heard you talking about cuddling thing. And I think that I would be amazing at such a service. Here's the details for my cuddling business. Religion any, gender choice, males or butchy females, specialty nose snuggles, per hour $15, overnight $50, 2-day special 48 hours, $95. What do you say? This is a good alternative for me. I would do a free session first with you to see how good I am at cuddling. I can come to Bayside from the Midwest to meet with you. My name rhymes with scary, and you may know me from a site that starts with something sort of solid. Thank you. No thank you. If you're a dude, I don't want to snuggle with you. But yeah, you should definitely go out and publish those prices. I'm sure you'll become very popular very fast. If you need to supplement your income, it's a great way to. Dear Bob, Bill Shatner here. I have been an avid listener for the last few weeks, and I must say that you deliver the best rendition of my speaking patterns compared to the others. You are light years beyond, better than Doomcock and those lose tubers. Please keep up the good work and do more of the Kirk signature lines, as I enjoy the heck out of them. Best regards, Bill. Well, thank you, Captain Kirk. I am honored to have met you, sir. Although we do not meet in person, I feel this email communication as strongly as the anti-tracker felt you shake his hand at the convention he went to all those years ago that he continues to speak highly of, that he secretly loves more than his own wedding, that he remembers more fondly than the birth of his children, was that day he met you. So yes, it is fine. We can have a covert online means of communication, but I will continue to speak like you, Bill, now that I have your permission. The Random Menace says Marina Sirtis wants the pilot to be fired who said on the intercom the Brandon quote. Isn't it the employer who should decide about it, not an actress? What if the co-pilot was Brandon? So what? I mean, she's allowed to have an opinion on it, but I don't think anybody's really going to take it seriously. Yitza says Serta should STFU. Wesley Crusher says Bird of Prey and puts in all the custom Bird of Prey emojis. And yes, it's Dear Bop time, Wes. P-Cat says I close my eyes and I swear I'm listening to TJ Hooker. Did you miss anything good, Wes? Well, I don't know. Did you miss the William Shatner impressions? Dear God, why, Bird, no more Shatner talk. Professor Brandy Spector's Bird of Prey, I am jealous. You got a letter from the doctor. Is it the doctor or just a doctor? Resolute says the next one is from Bill's lawyer. Not Ryan Johnson says it's time for MomOPrey to do his Shatner impression. I hear it will cause a tear in the fabric of reality. Oi. Oi, I am Shatner, Aussie. Oh, pray. Fine. I am on a 5-year mission to explore this strange new continent, to seek out and discover new kangaroos and koala bears, to boldly go where no crocodile hunter has gone before. Tasmania. Da, 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 da. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. Starring me, William Shatner, as MomOPrey. Da, 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 da. And Leonard Nimoy as Mr. Spock, the Aborigine. Da, 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 da. Da, da. Also starring Nichelle Nichols as Lieutenant Commander Uhura, and George Takei as Sulu, and DeForest Kelly as the Doctor, Bones McCoy. Together, we are on an adventure of a lifetime. Computer, ray shield, and fire at all emus. And that is how we won the Great Emu War. After going back in time to bring back humpbacked whales and use them as prey in our emu traps, which we then detonated with antimatter taken straight from the dilithium chamber of the warp core. And now, a spontaneous poem from me, Bill Shatner, about Australia. Australia, my friend. Australia, the best continent. Australia, my friend. It was a haiku, but a Karogan haiku. Instead of 575, it is 585. Genius. Excuse me. Professor Brainy Specs is Bird of Prey. It sure sounded like the Doctor. Darth Maul says, I wonder if Bill Shatner would take a cuddler. I'm sure he would, but where would he take her? Is the question. Oh, Charlie. Jedi Bill says
Who's been holding up the
greetings
damn elevator?
from Goodyear, Arizona. Hello, BedLife. Qapla, brother warrior. Hail, Karoga. Hail the Jedi Bill in Goodyear, Arizona. And Wesley Crusher with a $2 super chat says, stop, stop, stop. My ears are bleeding. Well, Wes, I have to stop. I cannot sit here and allow my friend's ears to bleed. Dr. McCoy, see what you can do for him. Dear Bop, we don't want Professor Brainy Specs to go away now that Toothless No! No! No, we don't want anyone to go away. Soft, buddy. Dear Bop, hey, Bird, it's important that you know the word for fart in other languages. This will be useful in your live streams. English, it's fart. In Filipino, it's umutut. In French, it's prout. In German, it's vers. In Hebrew, it's vlots. In Italian, it's a scorgiza. In Portuguese, it's sapun. In Russian, it's a puk. And in Klingon, ruk. Your friend, Deej. Thank you, Deej, for the grammar lesson. Or vocabulary, technically. Hey, Dear Bop. Hi, Joe. It's Joe. Hey, I guess you may have heard I had an accident at the Vatican last week. Well, I wanted to explain to you what really happened. I know you have a huge audience, and this will give me a chance to straighten things out. Well, I did have a run to the men's room where I met the Pope, and I didn't quite make it in time. But the result was pretty solid, so my handlers were able to dispose of the material and get me back on the road, you could say, lickety-split. Luckily, my team brings a lot of extra underwear, just in case, as Jill has told them that this could happen. Anyway, I would appreciate it if you could call me the Poop Master going forward, as I think it will help with my reputation. Thanks, pal. Joe B. Who is Joe B? How the hell am I supposed to figure out who Joe B is? Could be anybody. Yes, Lemon says it's in Dutch. It's a sheet. It's a sheet. And the Random Menace with a €2 super chat says in Slavic, it's prud. Plain and simple. PRD. Prud. What the? How do you even pronounce that? Random Menace. There's no vowels in that word. Yetza says, shouldn't it be prit? Again, no vowels. Dear Bop, would suggest marinating a beef shank in a 20-port or cabaret Sauvignon. If you cannot suggest a good wine, can I just I can just have a can of expired Spam that I've heard so much about. Sincerely, Chef Bender. Chef Bender, you are not a chef. You are a bending unit. Please go back to bending. You can never be good at anything else. Dear Bob, now that Halloween is behind us and November is here, it means that Mariah Carey is defrosting as we speak. Brace yourself. I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know, more than my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you. Yeah. Well, isn't that nice? It's a little early to be singing Christmas songs. The hippopotamus got grandfathered in. But it's good to know. We'll do Christmas songs in December. Random Menace says, try ice cream. What the? Zimzalina or Mira Zark Aldo. Zerk Adlo. Does anybody have a Zerk Adlo here? Does anybody have Zerk Adlo? I don't know. But thank you.
Live long and prosper.
Random Menace. Dear Bop, did you hear the news? Breaking, Chris Pratt will be voicing Chris Pratt in the Chris Pratt animated movie. Source, Chris Pratt. I did not, but good for Chris Pratt. Dearest BedLife 5, doubt me at your own peril. The Doctor. I doubt any doctor who refuses to come down and face me mano a mano. What does the Doctor need with a starship or TARDIS? Answer me that. Yeah, answer me that. Nobody's got an answer. Nobody's got an answer. What does the Doctor need with a starship? Not a goddamn thing. Oh. What do we got going on here? Wesley says, what the hell is that Joseph goat ice cream? Random Menace says, neither. It's a prude. Yitza says, hello, Bill. There are no vowels in that. Vowels, Wesley. Vowels. Professor Brainy Specs says, 2 letters, bird. I am so jealous. 2 letters? Random Menace says, it's not Kazia, it's... What? It's... I can't read it. Unreadable. Anyway. As I'm sure you guys can hear, I'm kind of exhausted. I thought yesterday where I got 1 out of 25 points for the my mask seal, or 1 out of 20 points. I thought, oh, that's obviously the lowest score one could get for their mask fit. So last night we put on a different mask. We checked. We ran the mask leak detection. It didn't detect any leaks. It had a happy face all night long. Everything was going fine. And then I woke up and I found out that 1 out of 20, 25 was not the lowest score. 0 out of that number was. And that's what I got for my mask seal yesterday. 0. So despite getting over 8 hours of sleep, the CPAP said it was all for naught because my mask was completely worthless. I don't see how it could be 0 out of 20. I don't have memories of it making any noise. I don't have any memories, bad memories from last night, but it says 0 out of 20 or 0 out of 25. Pretty much the same as bad as it did the night before. So I'll have to try again tonight to figure out how to get some better sleep. Oh, I got 2 letters from the doctor, Professor saying. That's why. Random Menace's New Adventures of Discovery Crew in 17 days. Oh my god. Super Blow vs. Bird. I hear the trash is starting to pile up in New York because people are protesting. Has it affected you? Well, it took like an extra 3 or 4 days for them to pick up the trash, but they did pick it up. It's not piling up here. It just, that's it. And Wesley says, sorry, I was using voice attack. Don't worry, Wes. And the latest news is that it's down to only 6% of city workers now who haven't gotten the vaccine. So, it's supposedly not really going to affect us anymore. That said, I support their right not to get it if they don't want it. But it would seem the courts disagree. I did vote today. Today, absentee can vote absentee. I did my absentee ballot today. I'll mail it in tomorrow. We'll see. I'm not holding my breath. We'll see. Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna go on that. I will see you guys tomorrow. Again, I plan to set up in the community section for 4 p.m. a members only stream. Members of any level will be able to attend. And then then at 5 p.m., a little after 5 p.m., I will set up a general stream for everybody else. So 4 to 5 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, members only. 5 p.m., maybe 5:15 and on, for an hour or two, we'll do a anything goes talking stream, open panel stream. Okay, Qapla all, thanks for coming, and Bird out. But wait, there's more. The video might be over, but there's more fun to be had. First, please make sure you're subscribed to the channel and have clicked that bell icon to get notifications of new videos in your YouTube feed. Share this video on social media to help this channel fight the algorithm that favors big media. Also check out www.BirdoPrey5.com for links to my other channels, various social media accounts, merch store, Dear Bop, affiliate links, and all your Birdo 5 needs. At the main Birdo 5 YouTube channel, you can find all sorts of live streams and unlisted videos, YouTube membership options, and a community section with polls and updates on the channel. On the secondary channel, Birdo 5X, you can find overflow content that doesn't always make the main channel. Subscribe to both channels, please. Thanks for watching. Remember, I stream almost every day. This is Birdo 5 saying goodbye, world. Until next time. P.S. Hail Sassy, hail Charlie, and of course, hail Kuroga.